There is a specific kind of person who looks at something ordinary and immediately imagines what it could become. They see a stock engine, and instead of accepting it, they start asking questions. What if this ran faster? What if this sounded different? What if this was never meant to stay the way it arrived? If you have ever known someone who spent years and money reshaping an ordinary car into something almost unrecognizable, you have already met the real subject of this story. Because this isn't really about cars. It never was. It's about the hidden structure of a human life and the stages a person quietly passes through on the way to becoming who they actually are. Every story like this begins in the same place, the factory setting. This is the version of you that existed before you made a single conscious decision about your own identity, the beliefs you absorbed without asking for them, the habits you copied from people around you, the fears that were installed long before you were old enough to question any of it. There is nothing broken about this version. It functions. It moves forward. It gets you through the day. But someone else built it, not for you specifically, for anyone. A general design made for no one in particular. And most people spend their entire lives driving on these original settings, reacting the exact way they were shaped to react, never once wondering if the wiring beneath the surface was ever truly theirs. Then something happens. A failure, a heartbreak, a moment that quietly breaks the illusion that everything was fine. And this is where the first real change begins. Stage 1. Small upgrades, a new habit, waking up earlier, cutting off something familiar, saying no for the first time in a long time. It feels massive in the moment, because it is. This is the first proof that you are not permanently fixed, that you were never actually stuck with the version you were handed at birth. There is a concept in psychology called internal locus of control. It simply means believing that your choices, not outside circumstances, shape the direction of your life. People who develop this belief tend to recover faster from setbacks and take more ownership of their outcomes, because deep down they feel the wheel is finally in their own hands. Stage 1 is the moment someone tastes that feeling for the very first time. And once you feel it, you cannot fully forget it. But here is something uncomfortable. Most people stop right here. One good habit becomes their entire personality. One accomplishment gets replayed forever, like proof they already transformed. You probably know someone like this. Maybe you have been someone like this. The outside looks slightly different, but the engine underneath is still running on the exact same old logic. The ones who go further reach the next stage. And this stage is different because now you're not decorating the surface, you're opening up what's inside. This is where belief systems get rebuilt, why certain rooms make you shrink, why certain people's approval feels like oxygen, why some part of you is still trying to prove something to someone who isn't even in your life anymore. This is where memory quietly enters the picture, because no one reaches this depth without eventually tracing the wiring back to where it came from. Maybe it was a parent who only offered warmth after good grades, so you learned, silently, that love had conditions attached. Maybe it was growing up unseen next to a sibling who got all the attention, so you built a personality around being reliable, invisible, someone who never asked for anything. This stage forces you to face where the original design actually came from, and that is not comfortable, because it means admitting that the version of you that felt so natural was never entirely yours to begin with. There is a strange kind of grief that shows up here too, Grief for the years spent perfecting the wrong things. Grief for how long you thought a small surface change was the whole answer. It is a quiet sadness. But it is also, somehow, the beginning of freedom, because you cannot rebuild what you refuse to look at. Past this point sits a deeper stage. Not everyone reaches it. This is where the internal structure itself gets reinforced. Not a new habit, not a new belief, but a stronger capacity to carry a bigger version of your own life. Some people arrive here through therapy, some through long stretches of solitude, some through a crisis large enough to strip away every borrowed opinion they had been carrying. What makes this stage different is not how big the change looks from the outside, it's how deep it runs underneath. Nobody applauds this part. Nobody notices the reinforced foundation. They only notice years later that you handle pressure differently now, that you don't collapse the way you used to, that something in you was quietly, permanently strengthened. And then there is the final version, the one that barely resembles where it started, every piece chosen on purpose, every decision aligned with something specific. This is rare, and it should be, because this kind of transformation costs years, not weekends. This is what a fully examined life eventually looks like from the outside. Not flawless, just intentional. There's one more psychological pattern worth naming here. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. The tendency to keep investing in something simply because you already invested so much, even when it no longer serves you. It shows up when someone keeps pouring effort into a version of themselves they never actually chose, unwilling to admit that some parts don't need upgrading, they need replacing. Which brings us to the real question hiding underneath all of this. Because somewhere, quietly, without ever announcing it, you already decided which stage to stop at. Maybe you're still living off one good year, one good habit, one story you repeat like proof that you already changed. Maybe you're deep inside the uncomfortable stage right now, tracing your own wiring back to a room from your childhood you haven't thought about in years. Or maybe you never opened the hood at all, telling yourself the factory setting runs fine, telling yourself change is for other people, more disciplined people, people with more time. So here is the question worth sitting with tonight. If someone looked underneath everything you are right now, would they find something you built, piece by piece, on purpose? Or would they find the original factory setting still running, while you sit in the driver's seat, quietly believing you were the one steering all along?